All right, hello and welcome to the acid-base titration or analysis of vinegar lab. So in this lab, we are going to go to this web page introchem.chem.edu/dcicla/acid_base.html to do the lab. So we are going to first, we have few options. So in number one, it says select type of reaction. So for this one, we are going to select weak acid versus strong base. Second thing, it says fill the burette with, so this piece of equipment is called a burette, and we want to fill the burette with an acid. And then the third thing that you need to select is select the acid and the base. So we are going to use vinegar as an acid, CH3COOH, the acetic acid is the vinegar, and we are going to use the NaOH as a base. The next thing we want to select is the indicator. So the indicator we select will be the methyl red. So as you can see here, when we add the methyl red indicator to a base, the color is yellow, right? So the color is yellow. So now we are doing the first trial. So in the first trial, you can see this is the molarity of the base. So this is the molarity of the base that you want to record in your table. This is the volume of the base you can record in your table. And we are going to add the acid from the burette to this flask until the color changes. So now we can always use a first experiment we can use as a very quick trial. So now this one has a couple of options. So you can use the slider to dispense volume quickly, or you can add a dropwise. So in the beginning, let's add about 18 or 19 mils quickly. So you'll push the slider until, let's say, we get to 18 or 19 mils. Okay. Now you can add dropwise. So let's add dropwise, and you need to look for the color change from the yellow to purple. So let's add dropwise until we see that color change. And this lab needs a little bit of patience. So add slowly the dropwise volume. And right now, I don't see any color change yet, right? So keep adding. Okay, so I saw the color change from yellow to this kind of purple, right? So this is the volume we need to record now. So this is the volume of the total volume of the acid. So this is the total volume of the acid. So these three are the volumes and the concentrations you need to record. Okay, so you need to record the molarity of the base, volume of the base, and total volume of the acid in your table given to you, and then do the calculations. So that is for trial one. So what we can now do is we will repeat the trials 2 and trial 3 similarly. And so for trial 2 and trial 3, so what we will do is now we will use the same molarity and the same amount of base. So to do that, you could just hit this concordant values. If you hit that, the molarity of the base and the volume of the base remains the same, and only the acid burette gets filled with acid, and you can do the experiment again. So let's say we are going to do the concordant values. So 0.2049 and 25 remains the same. So in the previous trial, we know that it needed around 20.32, right? So I'm going to add about 20 mils pretty quickly because I know that if we add 20 mil, nothing happens. The color remains the same. So let's add 20 mils quickly, 20. So, all right, now we can add dropwise. Okay, now as you can see, when I added the 20.30, it changed the color from the yellow to purple. So for trial 2, this is what you guys need to take. Okay, so for trial 2, so let's add one more 0 here. So for trial 2, the molarity of the base, that's the same. Volume of base, that's the same. The only thing that changed is the total volume of acid. So in trial 1, we have 20.32. So in trial 2, we'll have 20.30. Okay, so this is for trial 2. Okay, so trial 2, and we need to do it for trial 3 as well. Okay, trial 3. All right, so now to do for trial 3, so what we can do is again use the concordant values. Use the concordant values. And again, I know it takes about 20.3, so I'll add 20 mils quickly, 20 mils quickly. And then I'm going to add dropwise. Okay, so again, in trial 3, I'll again have 20.3, 20.3, so 20.30, right? So, so these are the values you want to take. So you have trial, and then you have 1, 2, and 3. Or let's show it how it's shown in that your table in the lab. So the table in the lab gives you something like this. So it gives you molarity of base, right? It gives you volume of base, and it says total volume of acid. Total volume acid. So molarity of the base in all trials. So trial 1, trial 2, and trial 3. So molarity of the base is the same, 0.2049. So this one, so 0.2049 M, 0.2049 M, and 0.2049 M, right? Volume of base in each case 25.00 milliliter, 25.00 milliliter, 25.00 milliliter. Total volume of acid in trial 1 it was 20.32. In trial 2 it was 20.30, and in trial 3 it was again 20.30 ml, ml, and ml, right? So using these values, you are going to now do the calculations. And if you follow the calculations, in the lab uh, given to us. So you will find, you'll be able to solve for the you'll be able to solve for the concentration, and let me quickly solve it. So we have 0.204. Okay, so I did the calculation and I got the answer. So I'm going to put the answer, and you guys will do the same thing with your, so just follow the calculation given in the example calculation. And this is what we will get for 20.30. So if I plug in OK, it should tell me whether my answer is correct or not. Okay, so those are the data that you need. Okay, so if you cannot do the experiment, if your computer does not let you do the experiment, these are the data you can use to do the calculations. Okay, so please use these data to do the calculations and prepare your lab report. Okay, so thank you for watching. You have a good day. Bye-bye.